Ladies and gentlemen, the special award for Dumbass of the Year goes to Jeremiah Taylor. He is the young man you are looking at right now that got arrested for doing the unthinkable. And when I say unthinkable, I'm talking about the assault on a woman. The unthinkable. Any man who will assault a woman, well, let's just say he's a despicable human being, and I think y'all would agree with me. Jeremiah even went further. He's already a despicable human being for the act that he committed, but he even went further as to attack a 94-year-old woman. Are men down that bad? You would attack a 94-year-old woman. And then he even took it another step further. He attacked a 94-year-old woman, and when I say attacked, I'm talking about sexually. Yes, sexually. Y'all read this screen right here. The headline is that young man sexually assaults 94-year-old woman in broad daylight. This idiot attacked a 94-year-old woman in broad daylight. Again, the question that I pose to y'all is, are men down that bad? And I need to do a personal video about this. And when I say personal, I'm talking about not a review video. I need to do a personal video about men who watch porn. And y'all know what I mean. You know, we got to watch what we say sometimes on these social media platforms because they will demonetize you at certain words, trigger the algorithm. But I need to do a video about men who watch porn. Because if you watch porn as a man, I'm sorry to say that you are now operating in a low frequency. You are a weak man. Stop watching porn. Stop subscribing to that shit. Like I said, I'm going to do a personal video on this. But first, let's see exactly what led this young man to do the act that he committed as far as attacking this elderly woman.
The investigative unit tonight, new details in the brazen daytime rape of a grandmother in her 90s. Newly filed arrest documents say the victim was sitting on her front porch when the suspect chased her into the carport where he attacked her.
22-year-old Jeremiah Taylor was arrested for that attack, allegedly with an overwhelming amount of evidence, including video against him. However, as the WBRZ investigative unit found out, Taylor has gone mostly unpunished despite an alleged disturbing pattern of behavior.
Jeremiah Taylor decided to do what he did because he's been, either caught before and nothing happened to him because for some reason the lawmakers in this country, not this country, the lawmakers in some states, they are so lenient on crime that when you commit a heinous crime such as sexual assault, guess what they do? They give you a slap on the wrist and send you right back out into the public so you can do the very same thing. Which to me says what? It says what? Oh, let these criminals out. Let them out so that they commit the same crimes. Now, should those judges be charged? I believe so. See, when there's consequences for my actions and your actions and their actions, trust and believe, people will think twice about the shit that they do. But when there's no consequences, then you can just let a criminal out knowing that he has a criminal past, a criminal history, that he is capable of committing such heinous crimes and acts, and you let him right back out into society. Guess what? Your ass should be charged as well. Do y'all agree? Leave a comment in the comment section. If you believe that a judge who lets a second-time offender, third-time offender, because I do know that some people deserve a second chance. They do. But when you allow a second-time offender, third-time offender, fourth-time offender out into society, out into the public, your ass needs to be charged as well. I don't know what charges should be yet, but they should charge your ass as well, and you should get punished for it.
Sylvia Michael, the WBRZ investigative unit tracked down two women, one who claims to be another victim of Taylor's and another who says she came terrifyingly close.
The suspect is Jeremiah Taylor. That he does have a previous criminal history.
This really up.
Emphatic words from a 22-year-old whom we found out has been arrested for rape more than once. On Friday.
Oh. He's been arrested for sexual assault already. Why is he out? I need to question the judge. The idiot judge that let him out, I need to question that judge. Why is he out? That to me is one of the crimes that you should receive the maximum penalty. Sexually assaulting a woman, you should receive the maximum penalty. Now, of course, we know that there's been cases where the man was innocent and he was accused of sexually. Yes, we know this. So, if a person is found guilty without a reasonable doubt in the court of law, they should receive the maximum penalty. And that means my man Jeremiah, who was caught the first time, probably the second time, and this is probably his third or fourth time, he should have been locked up. They should have thrown him in jail, threw away the key, locked him up under the jail. But instead, this man is out to do what? To grape a 94-year-old woman. Now, what if this was your grandmother? How would you feel about that?
Today, Baton Rouge police arrested Jeremiah Taylor for assaulting and raping a 94-year-old woman in her driveway in the middle of the day. We uncovered Taylor's troubling history of sexual violence.
Jeremiah was with me maybe 6 to 8 months before Jeremiah thought it was okay to inappropriately touch me.
This woman, who did not want to be identified.
Oh, he's even been inappropriately touching the persons who were looking after him, his caretakers. Now, you tell me Jeremiah is not sick in the head. You tell me something is not wrong with this young man. 23 years old and assaulting women, and he doesn't care how old you are. He doesn't care what you look like. Jeremiah has a problem. So again, when we see that someone has an issue, a mental illness, which is exactly what is wrong with Jeremiah, why are we not addressing these issues? Now, this should not have happened to this 94-year-old woman. She should have been safe in her own driveway. But guess what? This judge, whoever this judge is that let Jeremiah out after he was caught the first time, after this woman here probably came out, who does not want to be identified on camera, probably came out and told someone, guess what? They let him right back out so that this can happen to your grandmother.
It told us she was Taylor's foster mother during COVID.
I felt something on me, and when I got up, I seen him running out of my room.
Without getting too graphic, she claims Taylor got into bed with her and fondled himself when he was just 16 years old.
Jeremiah just...
Did I not say she probably reported it? And what happened to Jeremiah? They let him out. So what if he was 16 at the time? I don't care if he was 12. As a young child, as a teenager, if you start committing acts like this, it is only setting the precedence for what type of man you are going to become, because you already cannot control your sexual urges, which means what? You will grow up to be a sexual deviant, which is exactly what Jeremiah Taylor is.
Legally in his case because he was a juvenile at the time. Taylor faced a similar outcome when police charged him with raping a family member in 2024. Charges in that case were dropped, and Taylor was released from prison in January.
They need to lock Jeremiah Taylor ass up. Like I said, throw him under the motherfucking prison. Throw away the key. Burn that bitch, melt that bitch, make it into a necklace, a trinket, something. But they need to throw away this young man. And when I say throw him away, I'm talking about throw his ass away. There's no helping him. There's no helping him. If you're watching this video and you think that he could be helped, if you think that, counseling can help him, if you think that incarceration will help him, no, and no. He cannot be helped. Jeremiah Taylor has been thinking about doing this shit since he was young. That's the reason why he tried to act it out with his foster mother. The person who's supposed to be caring for him gets into bed with her and says, I wanted to experience what it felt like to be with an older woman. Then you stalk another woman. Then you grape a 94-year-old woman. No, and no. He cannot be helped. He needs to be thrown away with the bathwater.
Must have been what his MO was. He probably thought he was going to grab me in this walkway in here.
He allegedly raped the elderly woman who lived a couple streets over less than 3 weeks later.
Yeah.
For these women, especially Taylor's former foster mother, the things they say he did to them will stick with them.
And I live with this every day of my life. Depression, anxiety, and I have to live with it.
District Attorney Hiller Moore sent a statement this afternoon addressing why the charges against Taylor for raping a family member were dropped. He says, quote, despite my office's attempts to contact the victim, we could not do so, not by lack of cooperation of the victim, but that our attempts to locate her were unsuccessful. Without the victim's testimony, we could not proceed to trial.
Do y'all really believe this bullshit? Because again, this woman says she pressed charges. If I press charges, that means I'm ready to take it to the fullest extent of the law. I want y'all to lock his ass up. But now they're saying that they could not get in contact with her. Well, let me ask y'all this question. How the hell did the news get in contact with her, what, 6 years later? How did the news get in contact with her 6 years later, sir? But y'all could not get in contact with her when it was time to press charges and lock his ass up. It's only because y'all want these deviants out in public so that they can be the menace to society that they promised to be. I say if someone acts like this at a young age, forget treating them like what? A young child. Forget treating them like a minor. You need to lock their asses up. And that's not to say that everyone in their teens should be treated like an adult. No, there's certain offenses. I get it. You're young. You're not thinking. You might have peer pressure involved in it and you do something stupid. I get it. I've been there. But at the same time, when there's something as serious as either murder or rape, you need to lock their asses up and throw away the key. Until next time.
If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content.